Hey guys, the internet's been down all day, so we're gonna do a quick reading. Feast of Weeks. Tobit. Tobit 1:18. There was a new king named Sennacherib. He was killing immigrants from Judea. Tobit was burying them. When the people, they got mad that he was burying them, and they issued a death warrant for him, and he went into hiding. The king's son killed the king. They fled to Ararat. Sheridan became king in his place. He appointed Aquicar.
21 request Anthony Brown in reference to a stolen phone.
How are you guys? Tobit's
Did
nephew.
you make that call?
I should unplug this. It doesn't go off all day. Okay. Tobit's nephew was appointed to be head of the IRS, the accounting of the kingdom. It was during the Harvest Festival, which is the feast of 7 weeks. Tobit 2:1, that his wife and child were restored to him. A good meal was prepared for him, and he sat down to eat. And he said, "Go get a poor man to share this food with, and I'll wait." And they told him that one of our race has been strangled, thrown out into the bazaar. Then, before he tasted anything, he rushed out and brought him in, the dead body, into a room until the sun set, and he ate his food in sadness. Remember the prophecy of Amos, that your feast will be turned into sorrow, and your good cheer into lamentation. When the sun was set, he dug him a grave and buried him. The neighbors were laughing at him because he was burying the dead again. They told him to stop under penalty of death. I guess he was ceremonially defiled, unclean, after he was touching the dead. He went to sleep near the wall of the courtyard, and a bird pooped in his eye. 2:10. That's Tobit 2:10. Sparrow droppings fell into his eyes and produced white films. These white films was after he was ceremonially defiled. The story also talks about a kid, and Tobit thought that the kid was stolen. But his wife said that a corporation sent it to her, and they got into a fight. And Tobit's wife, stood up for herself a little bit, and Tobit was just sad about the whole thing, and he wept and cried out loud. And he was saying, "Do not take vengeance on me for my sins. Remember your covenant. Your judgments, which are many and right, are Lord, in exacting from me for the sins of my forefathers, because we did not keep your commands or walk uprightly." He was depressed, suicidal. Tobit, he said he'd rather die than listen to all this fake news, false stuff. "Kill me, Lord," he said. This is Tobit crying for death because his wife stood up for herself. Meanwhile, this suicidal, depressed Tobit, white film producer Tobit, was crying for death because his wife believed differently than he did. Somewhere in another place was another girl crying. Sarah, the daughter of Raguel, was crying for death because of her father's maid poking fun at her because she had 7 husbands and they all died. They wanted to sterilize her. Tobit 3:9. Depressed, suicidal Sarah was praying to the Lord, "Blessed be your holy and honorable name. You know I'm innocent of sin with any man. I never defiled my name or my father's. I lost 7 husbands. I am single. Why must I live any longer? Kill me or have some regard for me." And the prayer of both of them was heard in the presence of the great Raphael. And he was sent to cure them. To cure Tobit, to remove his white films, and to give Sarah unto his son Tobias to wed. And also to bind Asmodeus, the wicked demon that was killing off her husbands.